The art of discipline. Discipline is the engine that drives every goal, every dream, and every success. You can have talent, you can have skill, but without discipline, none of it matters. Discipline is what sets you apart. It's the fire inside you that says, I will not stop until I reach the top when others rest. We push forward when others are satisfied, we're hungry for more. That's the mindset. That's the art of discipline. When I step on the field, I'm not just there to play, I'm there to win. And that's not because of natural talent or luck. It's because of years of pushing myself to the absolute limit. I train not only my body, but also my mind to embrace challenges, to stay sharp, and to always demand the best from myself. Because discipline isn't just doing what's required, it's going beyond every single day. Understand this: discipline is a choice. It's a decision you make every day. No excuses, no complaints, no shortcuts. You wake up and you do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. That's how champions are made. That's how you become unstoppable. Commit to your goals daily.
Really jump out.
Every great journey starts with a single step, but it doesn't end there. The power of commitment is what sets you on the path to greatness and keeps you there. Your goals aren't just items on a list to check off. They are your purpose, the reason you push, the reason you strive. When you wake up each morning, ask yourself one question: how badly do I want this? Because commitment is a choice, and it's a choice you have to make every single day. If you're serious about achieving greatness, you don't take a day off from commitment. It doesn't matter if it's raining, if it's cold, or if you're tired. No excuses. If you're committed, you get up and you grind. You don't need motivation, you have something stronger, a deep-rooted commitment to yourself, to your goals, to your dreams. Remember, motivation comes and goes, but commitment is constant. It's what gets you out of bed when everyone else is sleeping. It's what drives you to train, to work, to improve, even when nobody is watching. Let me make one thing clear: commitment is not easy. It will test you, challenge you, and force you to confront your weaknesses. You will have days when you doubt yourself, days when you're tempted to give up. But those are the days when commitment matters the most. Those are the days when you must look in the mirror and remind yourself why you started in the first place. Remember, every time you choose to commit, you're strengthening a muscle inside you that no one else can see, but everyone will feel. Commitment to your goals isn't just about wanting something, it's about needing it. You have to make your goals a non-negotiable part of your life. Think about what it means to be truly committed. It means there's no room for maybe, there's no room for I'll try. You either do it or you don't. That's the level of dedication you need to have. You have to be all in. Burn the bridges, burn the excuses, burn the options. Because when you're truly committed, failure is not an option. You don't allow it, you don't accept it, and you don't even entertain the thought of it. Commitment is about making sacrifices. It's about choosing your goals over distractions, over parties, over temporary pleasures. It's about saying no when everyone else is saying yes. And that's tough. But here's the truth: if you want to achieve something extraordinary, you have to be willing to do what others aren't. You have to make sacrifices that others are afraid to make. And you have to do it every day. Consistently, without fail. That's the only way you'll get to the top. There's no shortcut to greatness. No one achieves their dreams overnight. Every goal you've set for yourself, every vision you have for your future, these things take time, effort, and relentless commitment. Think of your goals as a mountain. Every day you have to climb a little bit higher. Some days the climb will be steep, other days it might be easier. But no matter what, you keep moving forward. You don't look back, and you don't look for an easy way up. You embrace the struggle, you embrace the grind. Because that's what commitment is all about. It's not enough to just want something. Everybody wants success. Everybody wants to achieve their dreams. But how many people are willing to commit to the work it takes to get there? How many are willing to sacrifice their comfort, their time, their energy for something they believe in? That's the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. The dreamers wish, the achievers commit. And they do it every single day. So here's my challenge to you: commit to your goals, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. Make a promise to yourself every morning that you will do whatever it takes, no matter the obstacles, no matter the setbacks. Write your goals down, visualize them, keep them in front of you at all times, and then commit to taking action. Small actions, big actions, it doesn't matter. Just keep moving forward, one step at a time. When you commit to your goals daily, you're building a foundation of discipline and resilience. You're developing a mindset that nothing can break. And that's powerful, because with that mindset, you become unstoppable. No challenge is too big, no setback is too great, and no goal is too far out of reach. When you are fully committed, you don't see obstacles, you see opportunities. You don't make excuses, you make progress. Remember, commitment isn't something that happens to you. It's something you choose, something you create. It's an internal decision that you make every single day, regardless of how you feel or what's happening around you. And it's that decision, that relentless commitment to your goals, that will set you on the path to success. So go out there and commit. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Commit to your goals with everything you've got. Be relentless, be unstoppable, and let that commitment fuel you every day until you reach the top. Master consistency. Consistency is the secret weapon that separates champions from everyone else. Anyone can show up once. Anyone can put in the effort when they feel like it, when they're excited or motivated. But consistency isn't about showing up when it's easy. It's about showing up every single day. Regardless of how you feel, regardless of the circumstances. It's about setting a standard for yourself and then holding yourself to that standard relentlessly if you want to achieve greatness. You can't be inconsistent with your actions. You can't afford to be hot one day and cold the next. Champions commit, and they commit fully. They understand that excellence is built brick by brick, day by day. Consistency is what gives you momentum. Every small action, every single repetition, and every moment of practice adds up. It compounds over time. Think of each effort, each workout, and each practice session as a small deposit into a bank account of excellence. At first, it might not look like much, but over time, those small deposits grow. They build strength, resilience, and skill that no one can take away from you. Success is not about one grand action, it's about consistent effort, repeated over and over until it becomes second nature. But let's be clear, consistency is hard. It demands discipline and focus. You will have days when your body feels tired, when your mind is filled with doubt, when it feels like nothing you're doing is making a difference. But those are the days that matter most. Those are the days when you prove to yourself just how committed you are to your dreams. When you show up on the tough days, that's when you start to build the kind of resilience that's unbreakable. Mastering consistency isn't just about showing up physically, it's about showing up mentally. It's about being fully present in every moment, in every action. It's about bringing the same energy, the same focus, the same drive every single time. That's how you make real progress. You don't just go through the motions. You don't just check off a box. You push yourself, you challenge yourself, and you demand the best from yourself every time you step up. Consistency means refusing to settle, even when it's tempting, even when you feel like you've done enough. Think of the power of small, consistent actions. Imagine someone who does 100 push-ups every day. On any given day, that effort might seem small, even insignificant. But do that every day for a year, and you've done over 36,000 push-ups. That's the power of consistency. It's not glamorous, it's not flashy, but it's what builds champions. It's what transforms dreams into reality. Because the truth is, if you're willing to be consistent, you don't need to be the most talented, the most gifted, or the most skilled. Consistency levels the playing field. It allows anyone with the willpower to achieve incredible things. But don't think that consistency means you'll never face setbacks. Even the most consistent people experience challenges, losses, and failures. But what sets them apart is their ability to stay the course, to keep moving forward, even when things don't go their way. Consistency is about resilience. It's about staying true to your path, even when it's difficult, even when you feel like you're not making progress. The truth is, real growth happens slowly, and sometimes you won't even see it until you look back. But if you're consistent, you can trust that every step is bringing you closer to your goal. To master consistency, you have to embrace routine, create habits that align with your goals, and then stick to them. Make it non-negotiable. Whether it's training, studying, or owning a skill, make it a part of your day that you don't skip no matter what. Don't leave it up to chance. Don't wait for motivation to strike. Plan for it, prepare for it, and make it automatic. Champions don't rely on how they feel, they rely on their habits, their routines, and their commitment. Remember, consistency is a choice. Every day you have to choose to show up, to put in the work, and to stay true to your goals. It's a commitment you make to yourself, not just once, but every single day. And as you start to master consistency, you'll find that the things that used to be hard become easier. The things that felt impossible become achievable. Because consistency builds confidence. It gives you proof day after day that you can do hard things, that you can overcome obstacles, and that you can rely on yourself to do what needs to be done. Consistency also builds trust. It builds trust in yourself and in others. When people see that you're consistent, that you're reliable, and that you're committed, they start to believe in you. They start to believe in you. They start to see that you're serious about your goals, that you're not just talking, but actually doing. And when you trust yourself, when you know that you can rely on yourself to show up, to put in the work, and to stay disciplined, that's when you become unstoppable. So commit to mastering consistency, show up every day, even on the hard days, especially on the hard days. Build habits that support your goals and make them non-negotiable. Don't wait for the perfect moment, the perfect feeling, or the perfect ceiling, or the perfect opportunity. Start today. Be consistent, be relentless, and watch how every small step, every single day, brings you closer to greatness. Because in the end, it's not the big things that make a champion, it's the small things, repeated every day with discipline, commitment, and focus. Push beyond comfort zones. Greatness doesn't live in comfort. It's earned outside of it, in the places where most people don't want to go. If you want to reach new heights, if you want to become someone you've never been, you have to do things you've never done. You have to push yourself beyond what feels safe. What feels comfortable? Because your comfort zone is a cage, and staying inside it will keep you from ever realizing your full potential. Growth happens when you're willing to be uncomfortable, to face challenges head on, and to push yourself to limits you didn't even know you had. Think of every training session, every practice, and every goal as an opportunity to step out of that comfort zone. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's uncomfortable. But that's exactly the point. Because every time you push past what feels safe, you get stronger. You become more resilient. You start to discover a version of yourself that's braver, tougher, and more determined than you ever thought possible. That's what champions do. They embrace the discomfort because they know that it's the only way to grow. Let me tell you something, if you want to stay comfortable, you might as well forget about greatness. Comfort doesn't build champions. Comfort doesn't win trophies. And comfort doesn't create legends. The people at the top, the ones who have truly mastered their craft, they didn't get there by playing it safe. They didn't get there by staying in their comfort zones. They got there because they were willing to suffer, to sacrifice, and to push themselves far beyond what felt easy. But let's be clear, stepping out of your comfort zone isn't just about physical pain. It's about mental toughness. It's about pushing through the fear, the self-doubt, and the temptation to settle for less. Because every time you do something that scares you, that challenges you, you're training your mind to become stronger, to become fearless. And that mental toughness, that's what will carry you through when things get tough, when the pressure is high, and when everyone else is ready to quit. Pushing beyond your comfort zone means being willing to fail. It means taking risks, trying new things, and accepting that you might not succeed right away. But here's the truth, every failure is a lesson. Every setback is an opportunity to grow. And every mistake is a stepping stone towards success. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let the fear of failure keep you from trying. Because failure is a part of the journey. It's a sign that you're pushing yourself, that you're daring to go beyond what you know. Embrace it, learn from it, and then get back up and try again, stronger than before. Remember, the comfort zone is where dreams go to die. It's where potential is wasted and talent is buried. If you want to achieve something extraordinary, you have to be willing to go to the places that others won't. You have to be willing to do the work that others avoid. That's the price of greatness. And yes, it's a high price. It requires grit, it requires resilience, and it requires an iron will. But that's what it takes to reach the top. Think about the moments when you've been uncomfortable, when you've pushed yourself to the edge. Those are the moments that define you. Those are the moments when you discover what you're really made of. When you push through the pain, when you overcome the obstacles, and when you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you ever imagined, that's when you grow. That's when you start to see what's possible. But pushing beyond your comfort zone isn't something you do once and forget about. It's a lifestyle. It's a mindset. You have to wake up every day with the decision that you're going to do whatever it takes to improve, to get better, and to achieve your goals. It's about making a commitment to yourself that you won't settle for less, that you won't take the easy way out, and that you won't stop until you've reached your full potential. So here's my challenge to you, make a habit of stepping outside your comfort zone. Start small if you have to, but keep pushing, keep challenging yourself. Set goals that scare you, goals that seem impossible. Because those are the goals that will push you, that will test you, and that will transform you. Don't settle for being average. Don't settle for being comfortable. Be willing to go the extra mile, to put in the extra hours, and to do the work that others won't. Pushing beyond your comfort zone isn't easy. It's uncomfortable, it's exhausting, and sometimes it's downright painful. But it's worth it, because every time you step outside that comfort zone, you're one step closer to greatness. You're one step closer to becoming the best version of yourself. And when you look back, you'll realize that every moment of discomfort, every moment of struggle was worth it. Because those moments are what made you stronger. Those moments are what made you a champion. So don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to push yourself to the limit. Embrace the discomfort, embrace the struggle, and embrace the journey. Because that's where greatness is born. That's where you find out what you're truly capable of. And that's where you become unstoppable. Control your mind. The greatest battles aren't won on the field or in the arena, they're won in the mind. If you want to be unstoppable, if you want to reach heights that most people only dream about, you have to learn to control your mind. Because your mind is your most powerful tool. And if you don't control it, it will control you. It will tell you to quit, to give up, to settle. But when you master your mind, there's nothing you can't overcome. Every doubt, every fear, every excuse, it all starts in the mind. And if you want to achieve greatness, you have to learn to silence those voices, to block out the negativity, and to focus on your goals. Because a strong mind is unbreakable. A strong mind can push through any obstacle, overcome any challenge, and achieve any goal. But that strength doesn't happen by accident. It happens because you train it, because you choose every day to control your thoughts, to focus on what you can control, and to ignore everything else. Controlling your mind means being aware of your thoughts, being aware of how you talk to yourself. It means replacing every doubt with confidence, every fear with determination, and every excuse with action. Because your mind will try to protect you from discomfort, from failure, from pain, or from pain. But greatness isn't found in comfort. It's found in the willingness to face the pain, to embrace the challenge, and to push through the fear. To control your mind, you have to be disciplined. You have to train yourself to stay focused, to stay committed, and to stay resilient, no matter what. You have to teach yourself to ignore the distractions, to ignore opinions of others, and to ignore anything that doesn't align with your goals. Because when you're focused, when you're committed, nothing can shake you, nothing can stop you. You become unstoppable. So train your mind every day. Challenge yourself, push yourself, and prove to yourself that you're stronger than any obstacle, any challenge, or any setback. Because once you control your mind, you control your destiny. Hold yourself accountable. Accountability is the cornerstone of greatness. It's not about waiting for someone else to push you, motivate you, or correct you. It's about taking full responsibility for your actions, your progress, and your results. Holding yourself accountable means owning your journey, the highs and the lows. It's about looking in the mirror and being honest with yourself. Did you give everything you had? Did you stay focused? Did you do what you said you would do? If the answer is no, then it's on you to step up and make it right. Accountability is not easy, it requires brutal honesty. You have to be willing to look at your mistakes, your weaknesses, and your failures and take ownership of them. It's about saying, this is on me and I am the one who will fix it. Because here's the truth, no one is going to hold you accountable like you can hold yourself. Coaches, mentors, and supporters are great, but they're not with you every second of the day. They don't see what you're doing when no one is watching. True accountability happens when you're alone, when you're faced with the choice to work or rest, to push forward or give up. When you hold yourself accountable, you're building a mindset that doesn't allow excuses. You're training yourself to take control of your life, to make decisions that align with your goals, and to stay true to your purpose. Accountability is about recognizing that you are in control. No one else is responsible for your success or failure but you. And when you fully embrace that responsibility, you gain a power that's unstoppable. Accountability also means setting high standards for yourself and refusing to settle for anything less. It means not cutting corners, not taking shortcuts, and not making excuses when things don't go your way. Because when you make excuses, you're only fooling yourself. You're only delaying your progress. But when you hold yourself accountable, you're keeping yourself on track. You're reminding yourself of what you're capable of and pushing yourself to live up to that potential. If you want to be great, you have to be willing to admit when you're wrong, to accept when you've fallen short, and to commit to doing better. That's what accountability is about. It's about growth, it's about improvement, and it's about becoming the best version of yourself. And that process doesn't stop. Accountability isn't something you do once and forget about. It's a daily commitment, a promise to yourself that you will show up, you will work hard, and you will stay true to your goals, no matter what. So don't wait for others to push you or to hold you to a standard. Set your own standard and then hold yourself to it every day. Be your own toughest critic, your own biggest motivator, and your own strongest supporter. Because when you are accountable to yourself, there's nothing you can't achieve. Embrace sacrifice. Success demands sacrifice. If you want to achieve something extraordinary, you have to be willing to give up the ordinary. You can't have everything at once, and that means making tough choices. It means choosing your goals over distractions, your purpose over comfort, and your dreams over fleeting pleasures. Sacrifice isn't about what you're giving up, it's about what you're gaining. Every time you choose to sacrifice, you're investing in your future, in your success, and in your potential. Sacrifice means making the hard choices that others aren't willing to make. While others are taking it easy, you're putting in the work. While others are celebrating, you're focused on your goals. That's the price of greatness. You don't become a champion by doing what's easy, you become a champion by doing what's necessary. And sometimes that means giving up things you enjoy, things that bring you comfort, and things that seem important in the moment. But when you keep your eyes on the prize, you realize that those sacrifices are worth it. They're what separate the average from the elite. But here's the truth about sacrifice: it's hard. It requires discipline, focus, and an unwavering commitment to your goals. You will have moments when you question yourself, moments when you wonder if it's all worth it. But in those moments, remind yourself why you started. Remind yourself of the vision you have for your life, of the goals you want to achieve, and of the legacy you want to leave behind. Because when you have a clear purpose, sacrifice doesn't feel like a burden. It feels like a privilege, a necessary step on the journey to greatness. Sacrifice isn't just about giving things up. It's about making room for what truly matters. It's about creating space in your life for growth, improvement, and progress. It's about prioritizing your dreams over temporary pleasures. And when you're willing to make those sacrifices, you're showing the world and yourself that you're serious about your goals. You're showing that you're not just talking about success, you're willing to pay the price for it. So embrace the sacrifices. Embrace the late nights, the early mornings, the missed parties, and the hard choices. Every sacrifice you make is a step closer to your dreams, a brick in the foundation of your success. And one day when you've achieved everything you set out to do, you'll look back and realize that every sacrifice was worth it. Because nothing worth having comes easy. Greatness has a price, and only those who are willing to pay it will achieve it. Never settle. If you want to be great, you have to make a promise to yourself that you will never settle. Never settle for average, never settle for good enough, and never settle for good enough, and never settle for anything less than your absolute best. Settling is the enemy of progress. It's what keeps you stuck, what keeps you comfortable, and what keeps you from achieving your true potential. When you settle, you're telling yourself that you're okay with less than what you're capable of. But champions don't settle. They strive for more, they push for more, and they demand more from themselves every single day. Never settling means constantly raising the bar, constantly pushing your limits, and constantly challenging yourself to improve. It means never being satisfied with what you've achieved, because you know there's always more to learn, more to accomplish, and more to give. Settling might feel comfortable, but it won't bring you greatness. It won't bring you the life you dream of. Only those who refuse to settle, who are always hungry for more, will reach the top. But let's be honest, never settling is hard. It requires discipline, resilience, and an unshakable belief in yourself. It means embracing failure as a stepping stone, seeing setbacks as opportunities to grow, and never letting complacency hold you back. Because when you're truly committed to never settling, you see every challenge, every obstacle, and every failure as a chance to improve. You don't allow yourself to get comfortable. You don't allow yourself to relax. You stay focused, you stay driven, and you keep moving forward. To never settle is to live with purpose, is to wake up every day with the drive to be better, to do more, and to achieve more. It's about holding yourself to the highest standard, about setting goals that scare you, and about pushing yourself to places you've never been. Because that's what it takes to be great. That's what it takes to make a difference. Settling might be easy, but greatness is earned. It's fought for, sacrificed for, and achieved by those who refuse to settle for anything less. So make a decision today that you will never settle. Decide that you will always strive for more, that you will always push yourself to the limit, and that you will always demand the best from yourself. Because when you never settle, you become unstoppable. You become the kind of person who achieves their dreams, who inspires others, and who leaves a legacy that can't be forgotten. That's the power of never settling. It's what separates the great from the average, the champions from the rest, and the unstoppable from the ordinary. In the pursuit of greatness, there are no shortcuts, no excuses, and no easy paths. Discipline, consistency, accountability, sacrifice, and the relentless refusal to settle are the pillars that separate champions from the rest. Every step of this journey demands resilience, mental toughness, and a willingness to push beyond what feels possible. It's about embracing the struggle, trusting in your preparation, and staying laser focused on the vision that fuels you. Remember, the only limits you face are the ones you set in your mind. Push past them. Stay disciplined. Hold yourself accountable every day. Make sacrifices that others won't understand. And above all, never settle for anything less than your best. This journey won't be easy if it were everyone would do it. But that's what makes it worth it. Because when you reach your goals, when you look back on the path you carved, you'll know that every ounce of effort, every moment of